According to 99% of cruisers, their cabin is the most private and secure area on the ship. They believe it to be only a comfortable haven to recuperate from a demanding day at sea. You are about to become one of the 1% who are aware of the uncomfortable reality, though, if you are watching this video. In actuality, that lovely cabin conceals more secrets than you might think. The way you view every square inch of your state room will be altered by these mysteries, which include off-limits chambers the crew won't talk about, recycled bedding, and hidden cameras. The final couple will make you reconsider before you even unpack your luggage, so stay with me through to the end. Discover the 13 genuine cruise stateroom secrets that the crew, despite their seeming friendliness, will never divulge. The final couple will make you reconsider closing your cabin door, so stay with me through until the very finish. Number 13. Cabin hidden camera controversies. Imagine turning on the TV, throwing your bags on the bed, and entering your cabin without noticing that you are being observed. Although it seems like a horrible suspense film, the events took place on actual cruise ships. A Florida couple claims to have discovered a concealed camera behind their TV in their room on a Carnival cruise back in 2017. After denying that it was operational, Carnival eventually acknowledged that it was a video transmitter. However, that did not lessen the unsettling nature of the story. And it wasn't the only time this kind of behavior made news. Another horrific instance involved cruise ship staff who installed concealed cameras inside passenger staterooms to capture youngsters and were sentenced to 30 years in prison. Imagine a dependable staff member surreptitiously recording vacationing families. These kinds of incidents are uncommon, but they have occurred on multiple occasions over the years, including with large cruise companies. Because of this, experienced tourists now perform the so-called 60-second sweep. They swiftly inspect the area behind the TV, under air vents, within alarm clocks, mirrors, and even power plugs before unloading. You should take another look at anything that has an odd light, hole, or reflection. For about $20, you may purchase a little handheld camera detector online for further peace of mind. Scanning your cabin only takes a few seconds. You won't likely uncover anything, but it's worth every second to have that assurance that your environment is really private. This will never be discussed by the crew. Complete silence whenever the subject is brought up. You won't check into your cabin the same way when you discover this secret, which is subtly hidden beneath the opulence and smiles. Dead cabins that are never booked are number 12. No matter how early you try or how many times you reload the page, there are always a few cabins on every cruise ship that aren't displayed on the booking website. Insiders refer to these as dead cabins. Although the cruise line may formally state that they are closed for repairs, maintenance, or technical inspections, that isn't necessarily the whole truth. For reasons the business would prefer not to disclose, some of these rooms are discreetly kept off limits. Crew members discuss what actually occurs in whispers. After severe mishaps, mysterious malfunctions, or even fatal tragedies that rendered the space permanently out of rotation, the cabins were shut. Rarely, these rooms have been permanently shut or soundproofed, and no one has ever stayed there again. New crew members are even cautioned on some ships not to hang around specific entrances when working night shifts. They call them ghost cabins. The hidden sleeping compartment is number 11. The majority of cruisers are unaware that there is more than simply empty air beneath their bed. The staff frequently uses a lift-up panel or concealed compartment beneath that thick mattress for additional storage, and occasionally for items they'd prefer not to discuss. These sections were used to hold extra bedding, emergency supplies, or linens aboard older ships. Here's the disturbing bit, though. The cruise line does not own everything that winds up down there. Passengers have over the years reported discovering jewelry, shoes, children's toys, and even sealed food bags that were left behind by prior visitors. Items have occasionally remained hidden for months because the crew doesn't look beneath the bed until a guest directly complains or something smells. Consider it. Every year, hundreds of people sleep in the same cabin, and the majority of them never, ever lift that mattress. Take a moment to glance under the bed the next time you're settled in. You might discover something that makes you wish you hadn't looked at all. or you might discover a misplaced memento from someone else's trip. Number 10. The key to controlling the cabin's temperature. The tiny thermostat that gives you a sense of control over your comfort is most likely visible on the wall of your cabin. You assume the temperature changes instantaneously and turn it down when you're hot and up when you're cold. The crew, however, will never reveal this secret. Most of that thermostat is merely decorative. Individual cabin controls are connected to a central ventilation system on the majority of contemporary cruise ships. The ship's temperature and airflow are controlled to conserve energy, not to keep you entirely comfortable. Therefore, even if the screen may move when you slide the dial or press the button, the air passing through the vents hardly changes. Your room's temperature is controlled by the ship's main system, which frequently varies based on the deck, the weather, and the number of passengers. In private, crew members acknowledge that they are unable to override it without contacting maintenance. This explains why, regardless of what visitors do, some cabins are perpetually stuffy while others are frigid. Asking your cabin attendant personally is a tactic used by seasoned cruisers. Only if you are persistent and courteous may they occasionally ask for a manual adjustment through engineering. If not, your personal thermostat is essentially a ruse to give you the impression that you are in charge when you are not. The ninth is concealed spaces in ceilings and walls. Although every cabin appears spotless, small, and well-designed, most travelers are unaware that the walls and ceilings are teeming with surprises. There are concealed maintenance spaces underneath those ornamental panels, mirrors, or air vents. They are designed to give engineers access to ventilation systems, electrical wiring, and pipes. However, they have other uses as well. Some staff members claim that these areas are occasionally utilized as invisible closets, where they may quickly store damaged goods, extra cleaning supplies, or even personal possessions while working. No one ever inspects these panels unless a repair request is made, because passengers aren't intended to open them or even notice them. Some visitors have even found mirrored parts or loose vents on older ships, which exposed hollow rooms behind them, areas that, in theory, shouldn't be in a passenger cabin. The idea that the immaculate wall next to your bed could be concealing a system of cables, tools, or even neglected items from earlier maintenance tasks is unsettling, but it's not harmful. Therefore, keep in mind that you might be staring directly at one of the ship's hidden compartments the next time you notice a tiny screw or vent cover that doesn't quite line up. Eighth, privacy does not necessarily equate to do not disturb. As soon as you hang the do not disturb sign on your door, you feel safe and protected, as if it were your own little barrier. Here's the unsettling reality, though. In reality, that small tag doesn't deter anyone from entering. Every stateroom on a cruise ship can be unlocked with master keys held by crew members. Additionally, even if the notice is hanging, they are permitted in. Officially, they will claim that it is for routine checks, safety inspections, or to look into claims of smoking or equipment tampering. However, it may seem to you that someone has suddenly entered your personal area without permission. Many passengers have related how, despite the obvious do not disturb sign, they woke up to discover crew members silently checking the air vents or surveying the balcony area. The personnel consistently cites routine maintenance or safety procedures when asked. Even though these visits are usually innocuous, they serve as a reminder that, despite appearances, privacy aboard a ship isn't as absolute. In fact, cruise lines have the authority to enter your room whenever they choose for security purposes, whether or not you are in it. Therefore, utilize the secondary latch or deadbolt from the inside if you ever require complete privacy, even for a little period of time. Regardless of the excuse they offer at the door, it's the only thing that completely blocks access to your cabin. The seventh is the use of covert microphones to record noise. You would never think that your peaceful cruise cabin would be listening in silence, but on some of the newest ships, that is just what is taking place. Low-sensitivity microphones are hidden behind wall panels or inside ceilings to pick up on disturbances, parties, or loud noises. Cruise lines claim that it's for the comfort and safety of their passengers. a means of keeping an eye out for possible altercations, unapproved parties, or crises before they get out of hand. Here's the catch, though. These devices are not mentioned in any passenger guide or public policy.